It's absurd how much I love Journey Spice. Journey Spice, non-GMO, no salt, no sugar, just all sorts of goodness and smart, environmentally friendly packaging. Pinch the top, take it off. Food tastes better. Comes in singles, 2-packs, and 4-packs. It's Journey Spice. Find them at Amazon.com. Time for Denver's best sports talk with the Altitude Daily.
This is the Altitude Daily Podcast. Everything you can't miss from today on Altitude Sports Radio. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
First of all, you people have to learn how not to generalize. You said the morning show thinks that. The morning show didn't think that.
I said that.
Yeah. Brett Kane said that.
Yes.
So, Raj, next time you refer to us as the morning show, you better get more specific.
Can I make my case, though, as to, again, reiterate why I think this? First of all, I'm encouraged by one thing. They've invested a lot in running back. I mean, now it's a second-round pick, and it's a $5 million guy. They're going to run the football this year way more than they did last year. And I like Jaleel as much as the other guy. But what does Jaleel do that we find is so valuable that he is indispensable to the team? What is
he's
the
just
role?
he's a different body type and size, I suppose.
Quick. He can wiggle through
Yeah, so
problems.
is that why you want to keep him around, because he offers you a different option?
To be 5'7", which Jaleel McLaughlin is, and I love Jaleel, I do. You got to give me something unique because you're not an every down back. You know what Jaleel's not going to be doing, by the way? Playing on third down. You think they're going to put him in there to pass protect on third?
No.
And it's something that is incredibly important to Sean Payton. So here's what I found out. If you're going to do that, you're probably not good in between the tackles at his size. So you got to be good outside the tackles, which means what? Find open space, make a big play happen, right? What's the longest run of his season last year on 113 carries? Just behind Javonte, who had 139.
18 yards.
21.
That's not good enough.
Out of the backfield. Maybe he's good like a Darren Sproles type, which Sean Payton has had. He was 5'6". He caught the ball out of the backfield, right? On 24 catches last year, how many yards did he have?
24 catches,
doing
I
math.
would say.
76.
Really? That's it?
That's awful.
I was going to say 110.
24 catches for 76 yards. If you're throwing the ball to your running back, you need more than 3 yards a catch.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm asking the question.
These are swing passes, and the defense is scattering to him, and they're smothering him.
What is the specialty that he brings to the table with his size? I could say this about Estime. You need like 3rd and 1. His body type fits 3rd and 1, right? Get in between a center and a guard's butt and run forward and fall forward. That's all I'm saying. So it's not like I'm trashing Jaleel. I just don't know what the role is when you have two backs who are going to be playing on 1st and 2nd down already, and 3rd down is not going to be reserved for him. So what is it? That's all I'm asking.
The Altitude Daily. The Morning Sprint.
Salt day it was for Sean
Salty
Payton.
Sean.
Saltiest version of Sean. You know who needs 5 weeks off?
Sean Payton.
The media scrum from Sean Payton.
No, don't start counting.
He's biting heads off. Did you guys catch this when he was asked about DeVaughn Vele's health?
Sean, what's up with DeVaughn Vele? Is he dealing with anything that's going to keep him out? Like
No. He's going to be full go. Start a training camp. Everything's good. We should be. That's it. That's it. Did you hear me?
Okay.
That's it means. That means it stops.
Sean gets a team that he thinks can contend and gets contentious.
Salty Sean, not sweet Sean today. He was actually pretty sweet the other day when I was at minicamp, his press scrum. It was all, cuddly blankets and teddy bears and unicorns and rainbows and Skittles. Oh my! Now it's a little salty there.
Well, the good news is DeVaughn Vele's injury, according to Sean Payton, he'll be fine. When he walks into training camp, 100%.
I hope so. Because you don't typically answer those kinds of questions that way unless there is complete clarity that he is definitely okay. Like, why would you even get snappy like that about that? So I was at the question was asked by Parker Gabriel of the Denver Post.
That's who I thought it was. I just didn't want to assume.
Who is not he is a great journalist. He is never typically the guy that's doing anything to upset the apple cart. But like a good journalist, I always stand by Parker Gabriel because he's going through his roster and checking off who's there at OTAs, at minicamp, at training camp every single day. Gets there early. And a notable omission has been DeVaughn Vele, who we all know is not going to miss Broncos minicamp because he's got other things going on. So Sean Payton originally had answered this question, I believe it was on Tuesday. Tuesday
It would have been Tuesday. Yes.
He originally answered the question by saying, we know what everybody's plans were this time of year. That was a bit of a shift from Tuesday that potentially DeVaughn Vele was at a baby shower for his sister, a sprinkle, or a bachelor party. He's banged up.
The Altitude Daily. Columbus, Hastings, and DMAC.
Salt, not sugar. We're going to practice. Understand there were some food trucks at the end, but no foolishness. Just a nice little reward at the end, and that's that. So, Sean Payton, Jeff, man of his word. We're a football team. We're not football practice. None of these shenanigans.
No, as he says, you got a callus. He's always talking about the callus. Got to build callus. So
I like it.
I never thought for 1 second he was going to cut a day off of minicamp.
Fine by me.
Well, but let me ask this: you build a callus, now you got 6 weeks to use some Dove softener, and your hands are going to get uncalloused again. So, hey, walk us through this period, because they used to always say that this was a period where GMs and execs always held their breath, because when the trouble falls and comes, it seems like it's in this window.
Scotty, it's always been the hand-wringing part of the calendar for coaches, especially with this current collection of CBAs. This period is now much longer than it used to be back in the day. So they do worry about it. I do think teams are much better about offering, what players need during the off season. So they have a lot more attendance than they did at times for some teams back in the day. I mean, I've known people who've coached in Buffalo who used to talk about how they had to pay players out of their own pocket to get guys to come in there. But that's 20, 30 years ago. So, but this is the period. But they give them the lecture, and I think players understand that, this is not the time to mess up if you're really intent on, nobody with the Denver Broncos wants to go into Sean Payton's office in late July and explain what happened in the off season, or be on the phone with him to explain what happened in a situation they, shouldn't have been in, or that they found themselves in. So I don't think he has much real worry, but they do give him the send-off message of take care of your business and don't come back here with the intention of getting in shape. Be in shape when you get back here. And usually most guys come back with 2 weeks out before camp to get used to the altitude again, if they did not stay here, over this time.
All right. What did we learn this spring, Jeff?
We learned that if you're looking for the old school position battle in training camp, you're going to have a hard time finding one.
Right.
Most of what they're going to be competing for, are situational roles, carries and catches and touches and those types of things, but they don't really have a, quote unquote position battle to keep an eye on anywhere on the depth chart. And it's probably an indication of where they think they're at too, that you don't see that.
The Altitude Daily. Kretman and Lindahl.
Would it have been fun to listen to Sean Payton scold like Zach Zarba or Tony Brothers?
Oh, there's one point I was rooting for it. I'm like, Adelman's too calm. Unleash Sean on him.
That's it. That's it. Did you hear me?
Did you hear me?
Yeah. That if that might have been a day. Hey, Sean, I'm curious.
It stops.
And then
that's what that's it means.
Hey, go to the end of the presser. Get the cut from the end of the presser if we can, because he goes, all right, enough of this, and he just walks off. He goes, we're done.
All right, that's enough. Thank you.
Yep, that was it. That's the end of the presser right there.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
That's it.
That's the end of the offseason. I will talk to you at camp.
I've already yelled at reporters today.
He got a little annoyed with a reporter every day of this week.
That's great. That's good. That's how we. You know what? I don't like how good a mood he was in last year. This is better. I think Sean Payton's a better football coach when he hates everybody.
Well, yeah, because you know what that means? It means the league expects something.
That's right.
I think he knew last year whatever I do is going to be fine. Nobody expects anything.
It's time for a Bounty Gate style lawsuit to come down.
Whoa.
Let's get him in a war with the commissioner. I think that's when this guy does his best coaching. That is when he is at his best, when he's at war with the league.
All right,
let's do it. I don't want Sean Payton to be in a good mood.
Okay.
I don't. I think the coaching suffers. The coaching suffers. The team suffers.
That's it. Did you hear me?
Yeah, that's the guy.
I think you're going to get your way.
Let's have it. Let's
That's
do
what that's it means.
That is what that's it means. That's what's going to win you an AFC West for the first time in what feels like 4 decades. It's the Craigman and Lindahl Show.
You've been listening to the Altitude Daily. Catch us live weekdays on 92.5 FM, the Altitude Sports Radio app, twitch.tv/AltitudeSR, youtube.com/Altitude Sports Radio, and your favorite smart speaker. Say Altitude Sports Radio.